Alright, let's get this thing going. I have no idea what we're doing. My microphone is not in the right spot. You would think that it would be in the right spot because I have it in the same spot all the time, but no. No, you'd be wrong. Alright. Grab this. Okay, where am I going? What am I doing? And how do I get there? Alive. Oh, boo. I sure can't type. I can't type today. I've got no typing skills. They've gone away. Okay, I think I've done that right. Now let's see what else I need to do. I wonder what Kiro means with the Moai heads. You'll have to tell me one of these days. Okay. Make sure everything is up and running. Okay, I think we can start. We don't need to wait around. So we'll start over here, go to playing. Are we there? We're not there yet. Okay, that's fine. It's still showing my death message. I picked all my goodies up, didn't I? What happens when you try to jump off of a platform onto a bed? Doesn't cushion your fall nearly as well as you'd like. Okay, I think I've got everything. I think. Alrighty. Let's get this microphone where it needs to be. And check my levels. Testing. Okay, I think we're okay. Oi. Oi, 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 oi. I'll leave the doors open. Who cares? Yes, I was born in a barn. Don't like it tough. No, you can't see me if I do it that way. You can only see me if I'm looking down. Let's try from right here. Alright, can you see me? I'm way over there at the bottom of your screen. Let me press F1 so I can see me. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so here's the plan. Behind me, there's a mistake. Can you make out the mistake that we've got? Well, the problem is we have gone from this gray to a white, which I like here on the house. I think that looks good. But it doesn't look good over here on the tower. Not even a little bit. And so what I'm wondering is maybe today we will work on this gradient and we will change that white and move it more towards the top and redo my overall plan that I had in mind for this lighthouse. It's going to be long, boring, tedious work. And yes, you're not seeing things. There is a wandering trader on the second floor of the house. Don't ask me why they spawned there. I have no idea. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I know it's not going to be the most entertaining thing in the world. And I don't know how far we're going to get. And there's a lot of block breaking we've got to do. But let's get on it. All right, we'll go to bed and get rid of the nighttime. Another thing we might want to do is we've got 100 million golems wandering around the area. We might either want to move them somewhere else or we might decide to kill them off and take their iron. Can always use more iron. I can't always use more iron golems. I wish I had a way to transport them down into the cave system over there. If I were to dig a giant hole in the ceiling, if there was a way to do that, I don't even know where it would come out, probably in the water. But if I were to dig a giant hole in the ceiling, then I could just shove them down there and they could wander that cave system and take care of all the bad guys. Something to think about anyway. Let's get our thing back on the screen here. I did die a couple of times. I'm not trying to play like I'm not dying or nothing, you know. I jumped off. I was being silly. I jumped off of this wall here down below. I have a couple of different options, and one of them is, I'll show you here with the gradients that we figured out. But I think the one we're going to stick with is just moving to a gray. But as you can see, we've got this possible palette here. Then we've got this one here. We've got another one over here. We don't really like the one with the cobble. But what I'm thinking is going to look really good is if we move this layer of diorite down and bring it into a layer of stone and andesite, maybe remove some of the bricks. So I think what I want to do is an 8th layer of stone and andesite, and then we'll bring in an 8th layer of the diorite. So let's try that, and hopefully it'll work. I know it's a lot of extra busy work, and we're not getting very far. We're supposed to be trying to finish this thing, but I want to see if I can make this work. I'm missing a boat. I don't know where my boat is. I might want the boat later. I hate doing NLG with or MLG with the water bucket, but if that's what I've got to do. So to begin with, we can get rid of all of this stuff. Now we've got a bed up here we're going to have to take down. We won't need any framework at the moment. I'm going to bring up my purple box up here and have it sitting with the bed up here somewhere. Because this part here is going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be an easy task. What we've designated for myself here. And I don't know what I'm going to do about the house. I might just go ahead and leave the coloring on the house the way it is. I still have to find a way to separate it. But this will help alleviate the problem that we've had where we don't really have any way of dealing with this line that we've got in between the different layers. I haven't figured out what to do about that yet. We're listening to music by Slipstream, of course. And this album is the, if I can find it, the Potpourri playlist. Not sure if I like it yet, but yeah, this guy spawned in here, so I got myself some free leads. I'll let them all just despawn. I'm not going to do anything with them. I don't kill the guy. I mean, I don't know why anybody would feel the need to kill him. I just take his leads and let them just spawn. Sometimes I'll grab the llamas and keep them. If you put them on a lead, you can keep them. I still haven't tamed the ones that I have from before. Alright, let's grab this and let's grab the textures we're going to be using. It's going to be, I believe, andesite and stone primarily. So we'll need a lot of andesite and stone, and I think we've got extra chests here, so we can grab those. And I don't think we'll put any more bricks in. I think the brick time period is over. There won't be any more bricks, just be andesite and stone here. I think that's the plan. And we're going to see how that looks before we get too far. And make a decision as to if we want to proceed with that or not. But as you can tell, this is probably not going to be the world's most riveting work in the world, I'll tell you what. Alright, so we're just gonna put all the scaffolding right here because we don't need it yet. We'll put this here too. We'll keep the lead on me. We do need to find my boat. I don't know where it is. We'll put this up here. Might as well. We'll start with 3 of these stones. I'll get this going here, and we'll start with some andesite. Something exciting is happening outside, and we're going to start poking a hole right here in our nice wall that we took so long to build. I have to say I am a little bit disappointed. But it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It isn't giving the pattern or the design that I want or how I want to do it. I want it to be white near the top. I could make it work. I could make it be like, you know, it has a white in the middle, but it isn't what I was planning on when I built this. It's not the appearance we want. So we're going to have to do a little rethinking. But I think I've just about figured out the height. We should go take a boat ride and take a look at the height. I think we're very close to the height that we want. Can't swear to it, but close, I think. Alright, let's make sure everything is showing up correctly on stream. Okay. And we are streaming and we are active. Oh, we don't need the countdown. We can say stop and turn that off because we are rolling. Okay. I was saying after looking outside a second ago that I wouldn't get a run in today, but now the sun's poking out. It's looking a little more inviting. It's been cold out there. I don't have a lot of really good, like, you know, athletic quality like sweaters or pullovers or whatever a guy could wear to keep himself warm while he's puffing along. I'm having trouble getting my form. I guess I'm going to look around and see if there's any local chapters of barefoot runners in my area, but I doubt very highly I'm going to find a barefoot runner within a couple of blocks of where I'm living. Which is disappointing. I'd love to have somebody I could learn from and get some good advice because there's so many confusing pieces of information and there's so many different methodologies to barefoot running out there. There's the chi running, the natural running, the pose method. Some of those say to lean forward. I'm going with what Barefoot Ken Bob, he's the guy barefoot running step-by-step author, posted a link on my Discord. I'm going to go with his instructions, and that doesn't require leaning forward. You got to be balanced and erect. But he says you got to lean your legs forward somehow. And so the lean in your legs forward will help propel your legs to go one in front of the other or something like that. I don't understand the whole. So I'm a little confused, and I got to do it right. You know, I don't want to end up hurting myself, obviously. And then, of course, your other problem that you got to deal with is wearing on your soles. I'm in an area where there's just nothing but concrete and asphalt, and I don't want to be wearing down my soles. That's not going to help me. But I guess if you land right, you don't have to worry about that so much. So. Okay, let's grab all of our blocks. It's about bedtime again. I don't think we've lost any blocks up here. Picked most of them up. I'm sure there'll be a few that we've missed. We're going to need all these blocks. We're going to deposit them down below. We're going to want them for the top of this tower when we get done. Yeah, I figured there'd be a few that will have escaped and gotten into this mess down here. I occasionally see creepers spawning on this. It's kind of funny. Okay, how do I do this? I need to get over... Ooh, poo. Nope, that's not going to get me where I want to go. What the heck kind of music is this? I want my block, man. I want my block. Somehow I've got to get my block. Okay, as far as I can tell, I think I've gotten every single stray white block that fell down here. So we'll go to bed and we'll go ahead and take the boat out and take a look at our height. I want to get it clear in my head that I've got the height right, or I want to get it a little higher. I won't know till later. Then we're going to also look for any errant blocks that got away from us while we're up there. Okay, I don't see any blocks floating around on the cliff. Once we put this gradient in, we'll be able to decide if we like it more or less. And if we like it less, we'll just put back the white. It just takes more texturing time. But I think we're going to like having more of a gradient there better. I think it's just going to look better and work better and just be better overall. And I think our height is about right. I don't know that we're totally where we need to be there, but I think we're within a few blocks. Maybe 8 blocks higher. But I think I might just leave it exactly where it is. Oh, there's a couple of white blocks that got away from us right here. Do I have my silky? I do. Okay, good. I can use this though. Calcite breaks pretty easy. I suspected there were a few blocks that got away that we didn't get. We want all of the blocks because I only have one geode so far that I can use. So I only have a limited amount of calcite blocks. I don't know that anybody's on the server that I can get more blocks from, so. Alright, I think that's all that we missed though. Just a couple here, and that's not that big a deal. And I did not mean to kick that basalt out. Alright, let's find that block that got itself stuck down here in the water if we can. Alright, any other blocks here along the cliff we need to grab before we head out? There probably are a few I'll have missed, but that's okay. I recently went in and checked on the villagers. They had spawned golems inside and I had to deal with that. I like having it where they can run around and have a little freedom, but they have a tendency, for some reason, even though there's nothing that can possibly threaten them, they have a tendency to spawn golems all over the place. Okay, so I think in this chest here would be a good spot for us to stick these. And now I've got another question I've got to ask myself. What do I do with the polished andesite and the smooth stone? I know the white's going to go to the top. And I know I'm probably not going to use the cobble. So that can go over here. I think I'm done with the brick. Actually, I can empty out my little bin that I have up there because I don't need the black stone except for the middle part that I'm going to build later. So next question is, okay, what do I do now with this stuff? Let's go ahead and do a little organizing and get this garbage stuff out of here. So this is all going to be near or at the top. So this would be the very top layer. And according to our little design here, the diorite will be just before. Hold on a minute. Yeah, there's more gray in the unpolished diorite. So why do I have that? Okay, let me double check this. There's only one way to know. That's to tear it out and put it back in there and see what it looks like the other way around. Okay, there's more gray in the polished diorite than the unpolished. According to this texture pack may not be 100% accurate, but that's what we're going to be going with. It's got to look good where I'm using it, you know. So then, of course, the calcite's the whitest of all of the things that I have. All right, let's get this all organized because this will help me and save time later. I won't have to worry about so much stuff later on when I go into this. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be our top layers. Now I believe I have a lot of stacks of diorite, but not a lot of calcite, so that should be good. We've got a rainstorm. Is it stormy enough to sleep? No. Okay, so this is where we're going to take some things out of here. We still have to figure out an appropriate design down here. To take these lines and make them not so abrupt. Although it might be okay, I don't know. In the long run, it might be alright. Okay, so. Alright, that's making more sense. Now we got everything kind of figured out where stuff is going to be. Polished deep slate, okay, and then of course we use the netherite, netherrack stuff, the nether stairs and whatnot on other things. Okay, so now we can start putting in our blocks. Just a few more to clean out here first. I don't know why I have basalt here. We'll put this garbage stuff in here as well. And I'll just make my life a little bit easier. I'll put an extra set of torches in here too. We don't really need that around with me. Alright, let's see what we can do about getting this gradient and figuring it out and how it's supposed to work with our current situation. I didn't choose an easy task, that is for sure. Alrighty, so I think we need to move everything over by one because we have some tile stuff here, some brick stuff there. Okay, that looks good. Alright, and then the polished andesite. We need to figure out where the polished andesite will go. Okay, so let's really quickly try to review this. I think I can do it here in the chest. I think the andesite will come just before. No, maybe not. Smooth stone is brighter, but is that going to be a good transition between those? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's do it really quick. I tore down my gradients that I had up, so now I don't know what I was thinking. I think that's the correct order. So we won't be bringing in the polished andesite, I believe, until after the original andesite. Let's tear these two out really quick and make sure of that statement by doing a polished andesite above and then a stone. Yeah, that will work, I think. Alright, so we have figured it out, or at least good enough. We're going to do... The andesite will come in right here. The polished andesite, to be more specific. Okay, so now let's do our wall of stone and andesite before we move on up the wall. We gotta figure out how to blend that in with what we currently have. Alright, so right now what we've got is this pattern of stone, andesite, and brick, and we mixed in some of this mossy brick, so now we've got to graduate to basically pure stone with the occasional bit of andesite block. Now the issue here is I'm not entirely sure where I should be placing the andesite. That's what we establish rules for our placement. We figure it out from that, but I'm not entirely sure here. I'm almost wondering if I just want to try to do the texturing later, but that's more work and it's hard to get out here to the edge of this stuff here and work on it. So I'm not 100% sure the best approach. So what we'll try to do is we'll bring in some andesite right here and just an occasional sprinkle. And then we'll work on it from that point. So this is our second row. Things are pretty slow sometimes. I don't think I want to have andesite ever connected to each other. I think I want single blocks of andesite for the most part. I don't want them, I want them close, but I don't want them too close. I think that's what I want. Couldn't say for sure, but that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, this music is not really a relaxing vibe right now, and I'm kind of thinking I want a relaxing vibe, so I might just turn it off and figure out something a little more relaxing. So let's do another, we want to do two more, get 4 up on this. Okay, and I think that will work. No guarantees. Just kind of guessing where placement should be around here. We'll get a layer of 4 up and then we'll see about smoothing it out and figuring out a pattern or a way that it should go together. Right now I ain't sure and I gotta figure out how to blend it to the house, so it's a bit of a hassle we've got to deal with. All right, we have nearly covered all of this bad boy. I messed that up. Okay, I think I want to go that route. Yes, just place there on the side. My thumb is falling asleep. This is so much fun. I love it when my thumb falls asleep. It's like the best thing in the world. Darn blood circulation. I like this song. It kind of gets my blood pumping a little bit. I could use that. A little energy. Okay, so best we can do is go from the outside and try to smooth this out. But we gotta see if this is accomplishing the goal that we wanted to accomplish here. I'm gonna switch playlists. There was another one that looked kind of good for me, a synth pop thing. I thought I'll give it a try. Oh, I think it disappeared. It did. It disappeared. Oh, there it is. Holographic synth pop. Why not? Oh, this has some Grimes AI music in it. Interesting. I was wondering about making music with AI myself. Definitely curious about doing that. Alright, any blocks hiding around here that we need to try to pick up? Alright, well, that's not such a bad piece of music. I'll take it, but I don't know if it's really my mood. Okay, so we've graduated. We've basically extended this out and graduated. We have different layers of this. We have our brick layer here, which is about 4. Then we have our brick and cobblestone, and then we mix in our stone layer, which is about 4, then brick andesite in the other. I think it's looking okay. Let's just walk around it down here and get a good idea. I don't know if I want to actually mess with it right now. I think it's fine if it's not perfect. I think it's probably better if it isn't. Yeah, from this angle here, it's looking okay. So I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I think I'm just going to leave it. If I need to do any fine tuning, I'll worry about that later. Let's get it in place and get our gradients working and get our tower color done and get our height figured out before the stream ends. And call that good. That's what I say. I got some weird shadow play going on up here. I don't know what's causing that weird shadow play. I'll have to figure out what's going on in my shader pack that would cause that. I do see where I've got 1 or 2 of these andesite together, but you know what? Yeah, I see over here I've got 3 together. So this wall I got a little sloppy, but you can't really get to anything. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so how much higher do I want to go there? I think we'll finish it out. I got to do some counting, but I think we'll finish it out. Well, let me check the feel. Let me just go by feel instead of count. Does it feel like there's enough blocks coming from the foundation, stone, and brick to the what we're going to be doing, the polished, the stone and the andesite. I gotta figure out what to mix with that stone, that smooth stone. Yeah, it could be a little higher. I don't think it's going to hurt being a little bit higher, and I don't think it's going to hurt that it's a different color than the house either. So I think it's going to be okay. We'll just keep going like we've been doing. Maybe in this next layer, what we'll do is we'll mix in some of the next blocks. Or maybe we'll do that after this. I don't entirely know. I want the height to be good, so the more we make each section, the higher each section is, the more height the overall thing will be. So now we've accomplished dealing with this line we have here, except for here at the house, which I kind of like, but I'll figure out something to transition right here at the house. I think that would be a good solution there. Pardon my voice, it's breaking up. Okay, so according to our gradient tests over here against the wall, we're going to be bringing in some polished andesite. So basically, maybe what we can do is we will not have polished andesite touching andesite. We'll keep them separate. We'll start sprinkling in more stone, more polished andesite, but less of the regular andesite, basically. So for this next layer, let's grab some polished andesite and we'll sprinkle that in for these next 4 and we'll see how that looks. So we won't be using the andesite, we'll be using stone and polished. Now I have my saw right here if I need more, so let's grab that and take it upstairs with me. Pardon me for yawning. Oi. Oh, his llama's disappeared, but he's still here. That's kind of funny. I'm still here, all by myself. No llamas around. All right, let's get myself another stack maybe of polished andesite. I don't want to get too carried away with how much polished andesite I have because I don't want to have more than I'm going to use. I think we'll just do these here. So we're going to transition now from running around and doing this. Now we've got another issue we got to figure out, and that's how we're going to do this here. I think we'll cut some more blocks away. This reminds me of like Tiffany or something from the 80s. Yeah, this isn't really my speed either. Let's see what else we can dig up here in a minute. Let me finish this. I need some chill music. I need some relax. I've been enjoying some stuff on YouTube, but it's copyrighted, so I can't put it on here. I wish I didn't have to redo this, but it's good to catch it now and get it done instead of finishing the tower and the texturing and then just not having the energy to work on it later. Gotta be what I want it to be, you know? Oh, I guess I have an extra block hanging out up there for some reason. Well, now it's looking like it might be good running weather, although it's still a little cold and I gotta figure out some kind of a pullover or sweater so I don't freeze. Okay, that's just odd. Is this another Grimes AI? Doesn't say who made it. Interesting. Pardon me for yawning. Melodic house. Oh no, I don't think I want that. Can we find mood maybe? We'll go to chill and see what we find. Snoop Dogg under chill. I don't know, man. Suave. Have I listened to this? I bet I have listened to this sweet lo-fi. Here are the GRWM lo-fi 30 tracks. We're trying GRWM lo-fi, whatever the heck GRWM is supposed to be. Alright, so our rule is no touchy on the polished into the regular. Ah, we broke our rule. Into the regular andesite. And no touchy on itself either. Whew. Makes it tricky. Sure does. Yeah, I've been having some definite issues with sleep, I tell you what. Not been a fun ride. You know, you think you have it ironed out and you're sleeping good and you think, hey, you know, we're gonna be okay. And then hits you again. Very frustrating. Not entirely sure if this is gonna work, folks, but we're gonna find out. Now, are we supposed to bring this over anymore? I don't know. Cannot remember. We'll figure that out later. I'm not worried about it. Not a big deal. Not entirely sure on this music here. See what the next track is and figure out what I think. Got 2 more rows after this, and then we'll take a look and see if we're on the right track or if we've gone off the rails. I like my private world that I'm playing on right now and trying to develop because I can look down and see dolphins every once in a while. There's no dolphins out here. It's too cold for them, I guess. I miss the dolphins. Oh, poo. All right, this will be our second to last row. Music's a little bit bland, and I'm not a big fan of it, so we'll find something else if this tracks don't get any better. We'll give it the next one, and then we'll know. We need to have music that makes me want to build, you know? This doesn't help me want to build at all. No, this is terrible. This is terrible. Wonderful artist, grateful for them providing the music for us to use. No complaints there, just not going to work for my mood right now. This is, you know what I would call this? I would call this lo-fi elevator music. That's what I'd call this. Music to listen to if you're in a grocery store, they want you to be pacified. Put you in a coma. Man, I hope this works. I hope that this looks good. If it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. All right, lo-fi grime. There's no passion. There's no, I don't know how to describe what there isn't, but there isn't something in there. Casey Neistat inspired. You know, I am a Casey Neistat fan, so let's find out what Casey Neistat would be. Same terrible music we were just listening to. Okay. Well, that don't help me any. Chill for focus, deep focus, and cozy gaming. I think I tried that one. Vinyl vibes. Let's try plant music. Kind of ambient, kind of eh. Let's try multiverse. Purple Cat. I have no idea who Purple Cat is, but we'll find out. All right, we're listening to the artist Purple Cat. All righty, moving along, singing a song. I'm going to skip that one and put that there instead. You know what? This is pretty good music. I like this so far. It might actually fit my mood. Hello, Everly Plays. What do you play, Everly? And hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're not super exciting over here. This is kind of a chill stream, so just be forewarned. Not a lot of excitement going on, okay? I should probably put chill in the keyword so that people that are looking for excitement can know that this is not going to be the place for them. We're trying to fix a problem that we have here with our gradient. It didn't look right for our lighthouse. I'll show you what we're building here in the daytime when it's safe and the zombies won't try to chew on me. Let's grab my boat. It looks like we have finally gotten rid of the wandering trader house guest that we did not invite. How are you doing today? I am good. Good job on your world. Thank you. This is not necessarily my world. This is the Utopia world on the There's Utopia and Dystopia, and it's here on the Aristotle Gaming Philosophy SMP server. This is my area. I'll show you around, give you the tour. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I just smacked my torch over here. Okay, let's see what we've got out here. I'm sure I saw some bad guys running around. So we're building a lighthouse. And we had this white gradient here at the bottom. And it wasn't looking right. So you let me know in the chat what you think. But I decided we have to do gray. So I've gone from an andesite stone to a polished andesite stone. I'm hoping that this is going to work. Let's get a distance view of it. Down here I have the villagers in their own little town. They're kind of sleeping away over here. Hello, sir. How are we doing today? Thank you for lighting me on fire. I sure appreciate that. Squid farm right here. This is, of course, not completed. I've been working on it, you know, for the last few months. I've had some ups and downs, so. Got a friend that was thinking about moving in over here. Thank you. I appreciate your compliments and your support, and I appreciate you joining the stream, too. So that's what we're doing, and I think we got the height about right. And I'm hoping that the gradient looks better. I know with the house there's a sudden transition there, and I don't know what to do with it. I like the looks of it, though. It looks as if we've got a lot of repeating patterns here with the andesite. I can see on this side that we need to fix and maybe make less. I think that's the solution. More stone, less andesite, possibly. I'll work on that off camera. I don't think I want to try and set that up and work on it right now. The main question is this the fix that we're looking for? Because we want to put the white stone near the top. And I think that's going to work overall. I think it's going to be a good transition to the sturdier blocks that we're going to be having here. It's too bad you can't do anything with the calcite, you know, smooth it out or whatever. But in here we've got our villagers that are our archers. They've got their own little bedroom upstairs. And got a little fireplace down here for them so they're warm because they're in such a cold area out here. Everybody's dressed in furs. Over here is the first building I put up. It's a little crowded. This is for the librarians. I got a couple of master librarians in here. And this is their little area. I know some people just throw them in cells and do it that way. I kind of like having a little city where they're wandering around. For the squid farm, I had to move some of the oceans, so I cleared out all this down here. And this was all underwater, so now I have this big empty space that I have to figure out what to put in there. I haven't decided what that's going to be yet. And then our survival house is over here, and I was thinking, I guess, I'm going to move into the lighthouse. Initially, I was thinking I might put the villagers in there, but now I'm thinking I'm going to move into the lighthouse, but then I don't know what I'm going to do with this. You'll see on my YouTube account if you're curious. They're not the most entertaining videos in the world, but if you're curious how this was built, there's videos that will show that. The last couple that I've uploaded will show the details of how I put this place together. And just kind of figured out the pattern, how to put the roof together. Got the villagers all crowding in here where I've been moving them and working with them. We've got mods on the server so I can move them and do stuff with them. I've been collecting ink for a friend here. I haven't had a raid in a while. Maybe if you put up enough of these flags, the raids stop coming. I don't know, but I haven't seen any raiders in a while, but I've got 100 million golems wandering around. I got my bees over here. I've been collecting stuff from them. And then over here, we've got our tree farm and our bamboo farm. We got some mangrove wood up there I haven't done anything with. I had sheep in here, but got a wolf in here, and it devoured all the sheep, so I don't have sheep anymore. I don't know why that's not loaded in. There we go. Been seeing some graphical glitches, and I don't know what's causing that. Got my vines growing here, and this is my mine. I have a mine down to iron level and a mine down to deep slate level. I won't walk all the way down there. It's my sheep farm. And as you can see, we're getting a little filled up on sheep wool. I'm pretty much the only person playing right now. I don't know how long the server will be up, so I'm just kind of wrapping up my projects, because last season I tried to build a castle and I didn't manage to finish it. I want this finished. This will be a lighthouse here on this hill, and then I'll figure out what to do with the survival house. But that's the basic tour there. And I think we need to minimize the amount of andesite polish that I'm using. Maybe I even should scatter and use some more of the regular andesite in there, and then just the occasional polished andesite block. I don't know. I'll think about it some more. So that's what's going on here, and I'm going to work on the middle of this so that we have a proper stairway going all the way up. Right now I filled in the floor so I don't fall down while I'm trying to figure this all out. And we're just kind of chilling and hanging out and trying to figure this out, trying to figure out our pattern and how the blocks should go together. I think we can work on some of this from the inside. Okay, so we're at 7, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're at 8. Okay. Let's go ahead while we're here and give this a try, because this is too regular a pattern. We don't like that. So for example, let's remove these two. We're not going to go too crazy here, but let's do a little bit of work. Do that, and then this top one, I think we might remove. Try regular stone. We might try to mix in some andesite. I'm not sure what the best solution is going to be here. And I think we'll remove this one entirely. Wow. Wrong placement. My thumb is falling asleep on me, so. Okay, and then we might go ahead and have, say, yep, that one there is fine. And I think we have too many andesite on this panel as well, so I'm thinking maybe try this. We can make this look a little better from inside here without having to go out and go to a big hassle. Okay, maybe remove this one here. That's better, I think. Don't want to have too much, or you don't want to have too little either, so. Falling down the stairs. Never a fun idea. I'm thinking after the stream, I might go out and do a little barefoot running. I haven't totally decided what I'm going to do yet. But the weather's finally decided to be a little bit nicer, so I'm thinking I might do some stuff. I'm going to bring in an andesite right there. I need to get my andesite. I don't think I have any on me. We should probably eat a little food before we get rid of the fish there. The one thing about our squid farm, we get lots and lots of food. We're never running short on food. Okay, so that's working. I think that's all we have to do is just come in here and just occasionally move a few pieces around, you know. I think that's all we have to do. For this one, maybe we'll go ahead and we'll put an andesite regular block up here where that was. I don't want a lot of andesite bleeding up into the next layer, but I think one piece is fine. This feels too aligned right here. I think what I'm going to do is move this over. I know that that kind of lines up though with the other, and I'm not sure that's better or worse, but I'm going to leave it like that for right now. And have a sip of water. Then we got to figure out our next layer. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we got to figure that out. This is too much, or this is way too busy. Remove that one and these two. What I'm thinking about is having the andesite. I actually should have left that on there so that I could do this. The one bad thing about scaffolding is trying to figure out how to move to a side part. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then this one is way, way, way too much. I'm thinking let's go ahead and we'll remove that top one. Yeah, this is way overdone. I kind of like this piano music piece. This is pretty good. We'll put this piece of regular andesite up here. Make sure it's not violating any of our rules that we've put on this. And remove this and put a stone here. You know, this is actually a good spot, I think, to put a polished. Perfect. Then this one becomes simpler. We'll just leave the one on the edge and remove that one, and we'll figure out what to do here with this top one again. Maybe bring it inside. Well, I hope it's not going to be all piano music. I do need a little more than just piano music. As pretty as it is, I do need to have a little bit more than that. Let's hope that it changes. I think that one is fine just like that, and then maybe I'm being lazy and not pulling out my scaffolding. All right, that is too close, I want to say, to, and it's too mirroring that. So let's instead try this. This wall here is okay, and we're going to leave it exactly as it is. This wall here is too crowded. Too much. I'll get rid of this one, maybe that one, and that one. Gesundheit on me. Pardon me. Good. This one's fine. We'll remove this. boy, I'm sneezing all over the place, and I don't even know why. There's no dust in here. Excuse me. Pardon the sneezing. If it happens again, I'll have to mute the mic. I don't want to blare everybody out with all of my noise. I think I'll remove just this one right here. Seems pretty good. And this one's fine right here. We'll just remove this top one. Seems reasonable enough. Now this one has too much going on. We'll remove that. Now it's repeating, which I don't like. So we're going to remove that. And that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a block to the top here. All right, that's done. Now this one's way too busy. Way too busy. And I can't work fast enough on it. Okay, let's get over here. We'll try this first to see how that goes. Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, I think I do. I want this one over here. I think that'll look better. And then I'll move another one right here. I think that will work real good. Less of a regular pattern, and it just looks better overall, I think. Remove this one and this. We will place a block here instead. Oh, I think I can hear the seagulls. We are near the ocean, so that is nice to hear. Good. We've kind of broken up the regularity of the pattern, which is what we wanted. A bit of a pattern there I'm not happy with, but we're going to deal with it for now. And I don't want it to do that, so what I'm going to do is right here, we're going to put this in. And this music's getting a little repetitive, so I'm going to see what else I can find, but that should work. No guarantees, but let's go out and grab our blocks and do a real quick boat tour. Ugh. We'll just plop down through the window. Makes it easier. The one nice thing about having this ridge here, don't have to worry about losing my blocks. They're all going to get caught up onto this ridge somewhere 9 times out of 10. All right. See if we find any more blocks anywhere we've got to try to grab that are near the edge, but I think this is going to look better. And then we'll bring in the next set of 4. I think we'll go by 4s. Yes, I think that is looking much better. I do not see any Oh, they're stray blocks, so that's good. I do not know why the golems end up down here by the water. I see a couple still where we've got like one or two. And I'm not entirely sure how it happened because from the inside, I don't see it. It must be on the layer that's below what I can see. But everything else looks really good. It really does look good. Oh, somebody took, I think this is Blue Danube or something, and they did this kind of rendition of it here. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, that'll work, I think. I'd like to see it more in the daylight, so let's go to sleep and see what it looks like in the daylight. I can't really tell with the lighting we're getting right now of sunset. It's kind of hard to see. And then I got to figure out on the roof, when we get up there, I got to figure out how to push the wall out onto the roof and make it look right so that it retains its round shape, and it's only where the roof is that it's not rounded. I mean, where the house is, so we have it squished in a little bit. I want it to look like it's enfolding the house, really. Yeah, I think that will work. It looks okay. Actually looks pretty good. For this flat part here, we have to do something about that and break up how that works and encompasses the roof. And that's going to be a future project. All right, let's find something else. This is not bad. I don't mind this. Good group, but just not quite what we're looking for right now. Mellow electric called Breath. Let's give Breath a try. Alright, so all that's left is to figure out how these two transition into each other and how these two work together. I gotta figure that out too. Okay, so our next bit is going to be, according to our design here, we're going to be moving into smooth stone, andesite, and then stone. So less stone, more smooth stone, more polished andesite. Should be no regular andesite in this next part. And I don't know that I have enough smooth stone because a lot of my smooth stone is upstairs. So let's go next door and see. We're basically, you know, just making use of, what the heck, another caravan trader? Basically making use and doing it on just working, leaving the blocks where they are instead of taking them down because I want that feeling of accomplishment from having them up there, you know. He has acacia saplings and dripstone. So let's go ahead and grab some gems and grab myself some items. And grab his leads while we're at it. And make sure that we have some cobblestone. I need to blow my nose, man. I'm going to have to mute this and blow my nose. Make sure that we have some cobblestone on hand. Actually, no, we have to put in regular stone. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, so let's hold this. So when we pull that out, we get all of the goodies we need. Okay, I think I have some more stone right here. We need to get 2 or 3 or 4 stacks of this cooking to get me the smooth stone that we need. Hopefully we have enough to make at least part of our row. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill this up. Alright, it's got 64 in there and it's a cooking. So we're good. That's going to become our smooth stone right there. Alright, pardon me a minute. I got to blow my nose. Alrighty, nose is blown. Let's eat some food. I'm apparently hungry again. Alright, cobblestone can go up here into our cobblestone chest. And I got a piece of unwanted zombie flesh. Feed it to the dogs later. Alright, so we're getting some gems because we have a wandering trader out there we want to do some business with. I swear those llamas are saying, "Who are you?" Alright, we bought everything we wanted from this guy. I think we have some acacia, but I don't remember how much we've got. Alrighty, so I got myself 2 free leads out of that. Hey, I like this. This is cool. I can work with this. So is that all we've got, or 9 of these? I suppose I could go up top and, you know, just grab what I need up there instead of waiting around trying to get all the materials that I need. Maybe that would be the way to go. That's interesting. I don't know which is darker. Looking at it through the chest, when I look at it down here, it looks like the yeah, looks vaguely like the polished andesite is darker, but it actually kind of is, and it kind of isn't at the same time. It's very hard to tell. It's so subtle, it's just hard to tell. But that to me looks better, so we're going to stick with that. Did I drop any blocks down here in the middle? Alright, well let's go ahead and head up top and grab what we need up there. No point in waiting around. I need to get this thing going. I need to have some of these, I'll put this in here and forget that I have it in here. Let's just watch. Be like, where did it go? And why do I have it in there? I don't know. Down the road, I'll be wondering what happened. That's a lot of stacking. That's probably going to be more than 29 to get all the way up there. Because otherwise I'll be waiting forever for that stuff to cook. And we don't have that kind of time. Sun's beckoning. It's 5:30. I want to wrap in the next 45 minutes or so. I don't know when I've got to work tonight. It's going to be somewhere between 6 and 8, so I just got to get going. Oh, wonderful. I have andesite up here. Well, that actually works, though, because that means that I can remove the smooth stone here in the middle, and I won't feel so bad because the height will still be there, so it'll still inspire me. I've never really liked the smooth stone texture. I know people have made good use of it and found ways to put it together and transition it, but to me it looks like bathroom tile. But that's part of our gradient for what we're trying to build here, so... So what we've got to figure out is at some point we got to stop using stone and we've got to move to diorite and calcite as our fill color. And what we've got to figure out is how to do that. When to transition to that. Because right now with the andesite and the smooth stone, we want stone. It won't work good to use it with white. But when we get to the next block, which would be polished diorite, I believe, we're going to want to use calcite and diorite. So we got to find a way to mix those two. Look at that moon and sky. I don't see the Aurora Borealis tonight, but it sure is pretty. I don't look around at night enough. You know what I haven't seen any of, but are supposed to be infesting in this kind of an area? I have not encountered very many or any. I don't think I've encountered any striders. I just don't see them. I know they're there, I just don't see them. I think I did see one once, actually. Now that I think about it, memory's a little rusty, but I think I might have seen one time. But out here in the frozen waste, those guys are supposed to be pretty prevalent, but I just don't seem to encounter them very much. Just your usual zombies and creepers and whatever else. Occasional Enderman trying to get you to look them in the eye. Let's take a look when we get around this corner here and see if we can spot any. Because I haven't really looked for them, and I don't know if they go away during the nighttime or during the daylight or not. If they get burned, they're wearing armor. I'm not sure what the rules are for that, but let's find what we can find here. Well, there they are. Speak of the devil, and the devil appears. We've been given sight of 2 striders. Way off. Got one. I wonder what kind of loot the striders actually have on them. They're right at the maximum edge of my rendering range. So I can't really get a good view, but there they are. So they are there. They spawn on the snow and ice, I guess. I just don't normally encounter them because I'm not normally, fighting. Yeah, he's gone away again. Gone out of render distance. Alright, well, we'll go down after we get down here and see what kind of loot we get. I'm kind of curious. It looked like they were carrying enchanted bows, but they're just skeletons with special armor on, I guess. Part of the bedtime patrol. If you don't go to bed by a particular time, they come and get you. They don't seem to wander around my place too much. They might be there on the edges, but I don't see them wandering around between my buildings or in the village. Of course, I do have a lot of golems there that are walking around, so maybe they kind of patrol that. Alright, well that's all the smooth stone we have. We won't be doing a solid rough thing like this. We'll blend it in. We'll get it done right. We'll try and figure out the right pattern for it. It's not going to be easy, but we'll figure it out. Okay, any blocks left around anywhere on here that I need to be aware of? Let's go to bed. We'll go down and collect our prize, provided we have any prize. And we can then blend in the next part. Apparently our wandering trader is still out there wandering around. I like this upstairs room. I haven't put in windows because I don't quite know how I want to do them yet. Okay, let's go see what we've got. There are lots of things burning out there. Alright, one more thing before we go. Let's grab our blocks. We're going to use stone and transition from polished andesite. We're going to have less stone and more of this polished stone, smooth stone stuff. I need to find some more plain blocks, but that'll be enough to get us going, and we won't need more than the 29 stairs. We should have about one batch of the smooth stone done, making a little bit more than what I normally need. So it's this flat spot here above the village. I'll have to get my leather boots on so we don't end up diving into the powdered snow and dying. That might be fun for you guys to see, but it won't be fun for me, I'll tell you what. I think I just found some bones or something here on the corner. Must have been the skeleton that got burnt up. Well, I'm not seeing any other excessive amounts of blocks that are hanging around here on the edge of my little cliff, so I think we're good. Go down and see about getting rid of this fella. Okay, so now we'll wander on up there. I don't know if it's gonna need to have boots or not. I can't really tell where the powdered snow is. I haven't ventured too much out there, but I've always been careful about it and worn boots so that I didn't sink into the sludge. We can recharge my pick while we're at it because we've got some blocks that are cooked up and ready to go. I have this horse out here and I hardly ever do anything with the horse because I'm on an island. Kind of funny. Somewhere around here we've got a good old trusty pair of leather boots. How you keep alive on that ice and snow up there. Alright, we'll do another hit of repair juice on the pickaxe later, but for right now, let's see if we can't get up above here into this flat spot where we had our little battle, collect some arrows, and see if there's anything left that's of any use to me. I don't even see my arrows. They're not even here unless I'm in the wrong area. Was there another flat spot we were aiming at? I want to say this was where we was aiming, but I see no sign of anything at all despawned, I guess. Gonna definitely be some powdered snow up in here somewhere. Some pretty thick snow layers. Did I just climb through the snow? Did I see that right? Weird. Yeah, that had to be where we were aiming, and it already despawned, so we don't get to see whatever it was that we got. Man, that was fast. I thought I had more time than that. Oh well, it is what it is. I used to think that the leather boots protected you a little bit from fall damage because it seemed like I didn't get as much fall damage when I was wearing them. Yep, that's the flat spot we were firing on. Not entirely sure if that's true now. I haven't been able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. I think we got a piece of steak that's been wandering in my inventory. We'll eat that. Sounds good. I like steak. Put our boots away. Wonder if I should put like a fenced area up there and stick a dog up there. But I wonder if the dogs will fall into the snow. And anytime one of those striders spawns, the dog would chew on them. Wonder if that'd be a good idea. 1 copper block. And some zombie flesh. Okay, good enough. Moving along to the next task. That feels like the mic got a little wandered away from me there. Let's get a little more centered. I do like how I textured this part of the bottom part of the house, and I don't want to change that. I'm really happy with how that looks. Okay, moving along. We are at, I believe we're at a level of 8. So we're moving on to the smooth stone, primarily smooth stone, scattered with regular stone. We use the same rule. Smooth stone won't touch each other, and it won't touch the andesite or polished andesite. Now I have to run around and grab this calcite right after we cut it out of here, because I can't have it despawning like that stuff that all my arrows and anything that I might have gotten loot from the striders that we saw last night. I can't have things despawning. I need all this calcite for the top part of this tower, because it's going to be replacing stone here, probably right after this next layer or in the middle of this next layer, as our background kind of fill texture, I guess you'd call it. And we need a lot of it because of that, because we need a lot of stone when we're doing the bottom part of it. All right, and then here is where we're going to begin to start asking the question, how do we want to bend this wall over the roof and bend it in? That's the question we've got to ask here. I ain't going to do it right now because we do need to go get my blocks. Pardon me. Don't see any line here, so we're good. But I want to bring this upper wall here over and onto the roof and blend it in some way. That's the plan. Oh, I think our bed's upstairs. What am I thinking? I have it down here. No, it's up here now. Move it around on myself. Okay, let's get my blocks. There's gonna be a lot of them. We can't afford to lose one of them. Well, that didn't feel very good. I broketh my leggeth. Alrighty. Yep, it's about time to wrap it. Okay. I'm happy with that. That's some pretty decent progress made today. Starting to figure it out. If we can figure out this next part of the transition, that would be good. I'll be grateful for that. Now this music I like. This is my jam right here. I like this. Whatever this is. I like the beat. Remember playing Ridge Racer on the PlayStation back in the day, and it had some pretty good electronic music for back in the day. I don't think there's any other blocks we've missed. I think we're good. Should be a pretty good healthy stack or two. One day I will put a path in here and we will have an actual walkway instead of me jumping up and down cliffs. Yeah, so this is all the calcite that we have, and we have to make that work because we've got to use that and the diorite as fill texture. But that's all that we have in the world right there. And whatever else might be up here on the wall that we didn't get down yet, yeah. Just that little bit. Okay, so this will be the toughest part. We're going to be moving to diorite in the background, and we're going to be having smooth stone. We're transitioning from gray to white. So the next four, we're going to be bringing in this transition stone, which is going to be our smooth stone. We're going to see how this works. Oh, I have a hunch that I'm not going to like it, but we're going to try and make it work anyway. And I'm going to put even less stone than one would expect in here. I'm only going to scatter in a few pieces here initially. But then we're going to get a little more wild with it on the next level, hopefully. Pardon me for yawning again. Come on, move over. I know you're not the greatest squirrel wheel in the world, but I know you still have some functionality left. All right, same rule as before. We're just going to bring in a little bit more of it now, but it can't touch each other, and it cannot. I don't know how to describe what I want to say, but it can't do those things. The word escaped me. I don't know how this is going to look, but the edges of this block and this texture pack look like stone, so it should blend, I would assume, somewhat decently. And then I guess we go to just a smooth stone, and then we scatter in what, the diorite, or I'm not sure yet, but we got to scatter in something with the smooth stone on the fourth layer to kind of transition it from gray to white is what we're trying to do here. Okay. I mean, I've seen worse and I've seen better. It's gonna work for now, I think. One more row of this, I think, is all we're gonna do. 2 more rows, I mean. Get my math correct here. Ah, we messed up there, didn't we? Okay. The most interesting part of this is figuring out how to get the diorite and polished diorite to work together with this. I'm not really familiar with doing all this stuff. I'm still learning gradients, so got a lot ahead of me that I got to figure out. Got to remember we don't want that zipping pattern that we had on the other one, so we've got to kind of change it up a bit here and go kind of rare on this one. That might be too few right there, but we'll see how it goes. Somehow we keep doing this where we've been putting 2 in a row, and I don't know how we did that. I'm asleep at the wheel, apparently. Okay, so we just got a few adjustments to make, but I think that's going to work. Let's grab the last 2 of these while we're here. Might as well go ahead and grab the next 2 of the diorite as well, the polished diorite. But it should start coming together after this point. We just got to figure out how to make it transition to where we're using calcite and it doesn't look too sudden. We don't want that definite line that we had with the house. We like it on the house. We'll find a way to work with that, but it doesn't look good on this tower. We want more of a spread. Probably have to do some more calcite mining. I wouldn't be surprised. I do have part of a geode left. But once that's done, that's all she wrote, and I gotta go find another geode. Sun is setting. Why am I suddenly sleepy? Did I not have enough caffeine? No, I didn't have any caffeine. I just had a cup of tea. Okay, well, that explains a few things. Guess I better get a big old cup of coffee here and wake myself up. They say exercise is supposed to waken you up. I don't know if that's true or not. I have to ask a friend of mine who's probably more into exercise than I am. Oh yeah, and we've got to figure this part out here too. We've left all of this calcite here, but we've got to take this out and start figuring out what we're going to do here on this roof area. Should be okay. Should not be very hard. You just have to try to figure out how it's supposed to go together. We'll just take out these blocks right here and try and figure it out from there. Okay. I won't make that jump. Ugh. Come on, creepers. I know you're there. You just want to come blow up on me and then kill me. Because I'm so close to death right now. Grab ourselves another bite of fish. And then I want a distance shot. I want to take a look around and see if we're close with my idea here. I'm assuming that there's going to be some creeper action out here somewhere. And there they are. There's one of them, the one that I can see. There's always one you can see and then 3 or 4 more that you can't. And he's hiding himself. He doesn't want me to shoot him with this arrow and put him out of his misery. Goodbye, Mr. Creeper. See you in the next life. Okay, so we got some of my calcite. Let's get the rest of it. We need all of it, as I said. Did you leave me some goodies? Yes, you did. Good creeper. Got enough gunpowder just from killing creepers that I can do all sorts of things. I hear a skeleton. Where is the skeleton? Is there a hole in this cliff rock face? I don't know. Maybe he's inside the building. There was a dark spot and he spawned inside last night. Well, we'll go looking and we'll see. Alright, any other blocks we're missing around here? I don't see them. We'll go look inside my building. There could be something inside this cliff area here. It's supposed to be filled with dirt. It's partially artificial cliff, partially a hill that was here. Up there he is. Well, apparently you had a better aim than me, mister. Hats off to you. Okay, the transition looks weird, but I think it's going to work because it's going to be coming into this diorite and calcite mix. So it's going to fit better, I think, over the long haul. It didn't look so good over a short distance like with this here. We tried to mix it. I did not like it. But over a big stretch of a 4-block, stretch in between segments, in this tower, I think it's going to work out real good. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And then the very top of the house will be all white and gleaming, and then we'll have copper, I think, for the platform at the very top. Okay. Ugh. Ouch. That hurt. You know, you want to have a hot tub, but you don't want to burn your feet on it. Okay, folks, so I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to end it a little early. I got a nice bright sun out there. I need to get some vitamin D, get my mental state a little bit better off. I've got to work tonight, so I'm going to go do a run walk, kind of a barefoot walk thing out there. I don't know, my positioning yet. I'm still trying to figure out all the different vagaries of how to place my feet and work on it, but I want to get out there, do that, and get that exercise in and get some sunlight. At the very least, I'll just do a walk. But I want to thank you guys for joining on the stream. I think our lighthouse is coming along. I think it's going to look a lot better when we get it done. It's going to be much more impressive than it's been. I'm really looking forward to seeing it completed. So I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I haven't done a Wednesday stream in a while. We'll see how I feel. Right now, though, I'm going to head out of here and stretch my legs. Catch you guys later.